Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. We just had a bit of a blue screen while Jay was actually going through the levels. So we'll be back on shortly with Jay actually exploring our game. At the moment, he's having a quick look at our levels in Vive. He was in the Oculus Rift before, but the Vive machine doesn't actually have streaming software on it. So for the moment, we're just waiting for Lincoln to actually restart his machine, and then we'll be back on. In the meantime, I'll turn to Margaret, and she can entertain you. I'm only kidding.
Song and dance routine?
I can if you like. You can sit here and just tell stories.
Yeah, I got nothing.
We should be able to do that better. I'm stalling for as long as I can, Lincoln, so... Okay, so there's subsequent efforts to get things started now involving everybody in the studio. Well, most people in the studio. So, yeah, this is clearly not going to be the most interesting part of the stream, waiting for the streaming PC to actually start up again. I have to say, that's the first time we've actually blue screened on that machine, so it was a bit of a surprise. Do you want me to text him?
That's right, my machine will be up. And
all right.
I'm just starting Unreal now. It'll take probably 2 minutes before I can get into it.
All right. So, yeah, still ETA of 2 minutes while we wait for that to come up.
Any viewers, now's the time to go make a coffee.
Yeah, basically if you need a cup of tea or coffee, now's the time. And I have no idea what to say. I'm completely finished with our presentation. We should talk about sound.
I ain't got enough to say about sound neither.
No, what was that game we were actually...
I don't know.
That was really... Let me turn a bit so you can see Maggle there. Yeah. So, yeah, was it last night? Night before. Night before. We were actually all in here going through the... essentially looking for inspiration for sound, I guess, because we don't really have anything ourselves yet. We haven't developed anything yet. There's a few bits of music and so forth that have been experimented with. Margaret's been getting back into her keyboards lately. So we've been, yeah, thinking of stuff, and I guess thinking of the inclusion of keyboards. Organ in particular, you're really interested in, weren't you?
We'll see.
Yeah. But of course, I guess we want the full variety, I guess, in the game. And I guess one of the things we're tossing backwards and forwards, and I don't know how you feel about game music. A lot of people, if there is specifically game music, turn it off. But we were thinking more along the lines of mixing the ambient and the music in a way that it all seems like it's ambient, but sort of has this sense of music and progression in it. Would you say that's an accurate description of where we sort of arrived at?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a good way of describing it.
Yeah. We're still aiming for scary beautiful, and that's got to be, that's got to be the music and sound as well. So. Yeah. How are we doing, Lincoln? Are we back up and running?
Almost.
He's feeling the pressure.
It's like watching grass grow for Windows to actually decide that it's fully loaded.
Yeah. You can tell he's feeling the pressure, the anxiousness of that.
Can't imagine why he'd be feeling pressure. God.
As we're doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, any other inspirations about music? Or have you had any further thoughts about it?
Not really at this point. I think that I probably need to get in and have a feel of the levels again.
Yeah. Probably a good day today to actually go through and just sort of fill yourself up for the weekend with how that stuff actually feels. There's something about the vertical levels, the ones that are really deep and all the rest of it, where I think there's probably something really special we can do with sound and music in those spots, because it would be echoey, and you've got this sense of no end to the fall you could have if you if you misstep. So I think there's
definitely sound can add to that impression.
Yeah, occasional pebble rolls off the edge and tick 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 all the way down. That sort of thing, and I don't know what sound it's going to make as the zombies fall off the edge either.
Oh yeah. Well, they kind of fun if they splat on the way down.
I guess for those of you in the industry, you would probably realise that we've left it quite late to start thinking about sound. There's two ways sound is actually done. One by first timers and often indies, where it's the last thing done at the last minute and it's all a bit of a rush. We don't want to do that. The triple A's, where sound designers really often starts before the game, just as part of the concept, people starting to get the feel of the music and the sound and all the rest of it and how that's going to evoke. I guess we're somewhere in the middle at this point. We've left it till we've got more of the game, so that the game itself can help inspire the sound. Because I guess our art brief was loose enough for Lincoln to work with and create stuff, but sort of tightly constrained to the novel as well. So we weren't sure how it was going to feel when we got in there. But I think now we've certainly got sufficient levels that we can get in there.
Definitely, I think we need to play it not in VR as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since I'm sure there's going to be a hell of a lot more uptake.
Well, in fact, sound's going to be filling a hole there. When you're not in VR, it's going to be one of the things that really makes it immersive for you.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry, we're sitting in the yawny part of the room again.
We are, although I'm not feeling yawny today, even though I got absolutely no sleep last night.
Well, maybe that's the secret.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, just get used to no sleep.
Why is it that when I tweet, sometimes I get hundreds and hundreds of views and sometimes I get 16?
I don't know. Just who happens to be on in the intercepting the hashtags you're using. Which ones did you use on the one you got 16? Have you compared them, the one you got hundreds and the one you got 16?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make much difference if I do the same thing. It's the same time, at the same time every day. Just varies. Oh god. I really can't stop yawning.
You are yawning. So how are we doing, Lincoln?
Getting there. I think one of those posters that says bang 40 here on the wall in front of me.
Just resort to facepalm.
The Dropbox client in Windows has been giving this machine some grief. I might even have to reinstall Dropbox, but I've finally killed that.
Just pause syncing for the time being. That should certainly speed your startup.
Right, it's opening up to the light now. All that.
Alright, so I'll kill this stream, and in about 2 minutes' time we'll be streaming again from Lincoln's machine, so catch you on there.